Alrighty, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome once again to the Enhanced Sports Show. It's just after 4 o'clock in the New York, New Jersey area on kind of gloomy Saturday here, but that's okay. It's been a hot week, and next week's gonna be even hotter. Ugh, and I think I start my vacation next week. My name is Lou Tenor. Those of you all, I welcome you all to this show again. Number to call is 512-543-4662. Once again, 512-543-4662 to call. And we'll be here till just before 6 o'clock when Rizal McGee takes over his fine show. Don't forget Kevin Dixon's show, Just as Sports, Mondays from 7 to 9, but in the fall, it goes to 6 to 8 for what else? Monday Night Football. And Betty's show as soon as possible. Don't forget, you can check us out on YouTube. Just go to YouTube and type in The Enhanced Sports Show, and you'll hear this show in its entirety. But type it in exactly. Otherwise, I think we're in trouble. All right. Hey, we got a lot to get through today. You know, it's a big week in the sports world. In fact, the whole month of July is going to be big. Oh, I did forget one item last week because next weekend is the British Open. Oops. The Open Golf Tournament. Well, I say British Open. So that was also on the calendar for the sporting events of the month of July. All right, let me bring in my cast of thousands here, or sort of. Steve Davidson, are you there? Steve Kent. Diane. Okay. All right. I had a toss up before I wanted to start today. I think I'll start with the ESPY Awards. And Miriam's here already. Not that. Okay. This will be a fun show. All right. So I'll start with the ESPYs. With the heartfelt moments and some of the wacky moments that happened, because I have a list of all the awards that happened during the ESPY Awards, if you can believe that. Yeah, first we'll start off with the awards itself. Best team, the South Carolina women's basketball champions. I would have to agree on that. Best athlete, women's athlete, Asia Wilson of the Las Vegas Aces. Okay, there might be some controversy about that. Best male athlete, Patrick Mahomes, Kansas City Chiefs. I think we can go and agree on that. Now, best breakthrough athlete, that's the athlete that has shown the best performance. Not necessarily a rookie player, but has shown probably like the most stride in performance. And this goes to USC women's basketball player Juju Watkins. Best championship performance, Jaylen Brown, the Boston Celtics. Yuck. Sorry, Steve. Best NFL player. Anybody want to take a guess? Nope. No. No. Best. Wait. Hold on. Best. Let me do best championship performance first. I said that. Best NFL player, Patrick Mahomes, Kansas City Chiefs. Surprised? Well, you shouldn't be. Best NBA player. Okay, now this one, I think I have to agree, but I don't know if anybody else is going to agree with this because it wasn't on the winning team for the postseason. But nevertheless, the ESPYs voted Luka Doncic of the Dallas Mavericks as the best NBA player. Now, I don't agree with that, but I'm sure there's some of you that do not agree with that. So I'm going to start that off with you, Steve. Steve Dancer first. Was this the right call? Was Luka the best NBA player? Uh-huh. All right. You're not just saying because they won the championship, right? Okay. All right. Steve King, your thoughts on that? Luka getting the best NBA player. Thank you. Thank you. Somebody agrees with me. Yes. Right. Right. Nikola Jokic. Yes, I agree. Should I get you house on there? Yeah, I would like to move him permanently. Yes, right. You can't ignore that. You really can't. Yeah, right, yes, he did. Yes. You've got to on that. You have to. Uh, yeah, I know. Okay. Yes, right. I do. Yeah, right. Right. Yes, right. Diane, your thoughts? Okay, Miriam? Thank you. Oh, good, we're on agreement here. I like that. All right, moving along. Where'd it go? Okay, just bear with me for okay, here we go. Best WNBA player, AJ Wilson, the Vegas Aces. Well, why not? Two championships back to back. Have an incredible season this year so far. So, yeah, I gotta agree with that. Anybody here who does not agree? No. Yes. Yeah. Here's a question about that. Um, I know it's only mid-season, but they're already taking bets between who is going to be the WMVP. Should it be AJ Wilson or is it going to be Caitlin Clark? Because right now it's a dead heat. It's really tough to tell. But I think AJ's going to take it by a slight margin. Of course, we still got 2.5 months to go, but I think she's going to be the MVP. Anybody else have any thoughts? Yeah, watch those fouls. No, what's really killing her is the turnovers. That's what's killing her. Ugh, that's another possibility. Yes. Wait, Di. All right, now, Di, you can ask your question. You want to answer? The Chicago Sky. Yes. Not that great, but she is a great player. All right. Best college athlete women's naturally Caitlin Clark. Because she was still in college. This past year. All right. Best athlete with a disability. Now, this is not with mostly mainstream sports, so you're probably thinking, who in the world is that? Well, let's I'll explain. The name was Brianna Huckbay. She, I believe, won gold in snowboarding. She competes like in Special Olympic athletes and other special events like that. So, like I said, it's outside the mainstream. Not many people get a chance to see it, but nevertheless, that is a true victory in itself. So I have to give her credit on that. Best MLB player. All right. Some of you might agree with this, some of you may not, but you'll be the judge. Who else? Show me the money, Otani. Anybody agree with that, or do we have any disagreements here? Oh yeah, Braves. Yeah, and the Florida Marlins can't stand him. Mm, yeah, right. Well, not this year because he's not gonna be pitching this year. Yeah, pretty much. Well, up to like yeah, pretty much last season. I mean, this is all year round, people. All round voting. All right, so moving along. Um, best driver. That's NASCAR Max uh, Verstappen Formula One. I don't really get a chance to follow that, but I think Steve Davidson knows something about that. A few others. So I think Max is the best driver in Formula One. I said NASCAR is Formula One. Yeah, yeah. Well, let's put it this way: Will needs more power. Oh dear. Okay, never mind. Come on, you guys know you guys are gonna do that. Come on, you do that. All right, best play. I don't think I can top this. What do you say to a player catching his own pass? Now that's something that's very difficult to do, but Lamar Jackson did it, and there's no question that has to be the best play of the year. How many times do you see that? Catching his own pass, and I believe ran for a touchdown as well. Beautiful. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yes. I like that. It could. Could. Yeah. Yeah, I think it too. Certainly is. Yes. I think we have Dana, right? We do. All right, Dan. We're covering the ESPY Awards. I mean, if you're not familiar, then let's put it this way. Think of it as sports version of the Academy Awards. Okay, this just to give you an example. Okay, some of you people in the audience may not. Yes. Ah, yeah. And I got some highlights. Well, we're going in order here. We did best play of the year, and I went to Lamar Jackson. Catching his own pass. I mean, she agrees. Okay, I like that. All right. By the way, you guys know it was delayed a half hour for some reasons, but I was able to catch it, and actually, I was able to stream it. So, yeah, my streaming device is really working. It's really great. ESPN Plus and best record-breaking performance, of course, naturally, Caitlin Clark, Iowa basketball, surpassing the record of Pistol Pete. But we have to remember one thing though. that Maravich did in 3 years, and that was without the 3 point line. So, not a technicality, but nonetheless, still an amazing performance. And I watched tonight when she did break the record. Just don't have her sing. Just don't have her sing any more State Farm commercials, please. Ooh, yuck. Okay. Now, yeah, I need earplugs for that. Okay, never mind. All right. Now, there are special accolade award winners. Um, some of them were televised, some of them were not. But I do think these were all worthy of consideration. The Arthur Ashe Award, that's a former tennis player, Diane, was great with the U.S. Open. Um, the Arthur Ashe Award for Courage went to former NFL safety Steve Gleason, who is, battling a terrible disease right now, and, prayers are going out to him. Jimmy V Award for Perseverance, Dawn Stanley, head coach of the South Carolina Gamecocks, the women's team, that is. The Pat Tillman Award, service, get this, Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex. I don't know how that's possible. I don't know. Obviously not. Yes. Yeah, that was ridiculous. Right. Yes. Yeah, that made no sense at all. I don't get it. I mean, I think they have to rethink that award. And finally, yeah, I think they need a psychiatrist. Okay. And finally, the Muhammad Ali Sports Humanitarian Award goes to the Maui surfing community, battling the volcanic fires in Hawaii over the past year. I mean, that shows courage with that. And, I can't think of a better giving sports humanitarian award. You know, Well, it belongs to a group of people. It doesn't necessarily belong to an individual. It's something that's a group effort. You know how the Maui community was rattled by natural disasters last year. Well, they had a special core group that helped in the efforts in taking care of it, and it shows humanitarian and brave rescue efforts. And that's what that award is about. It's not necessarily related to an athlete or just an individual, but a whole group of people. And I think that's very deserving of they get that award. That really is. That shows courage and the rescue efforts. So yeah, I mean that is a well deserved award. Yeah, so do I. Yes, that's what it's all about. Anyone else have any thoughts on the awards? Yes, and I have to get to that because I got one of the ridiculous items of the week concerning that. And I think for those of you who saw that, know what I'm talking about. Oh boy, this is going to be a laugh and a half, probably. Oh boy, I may live to regret this. All right, so I have a timeline of who got the awards and other moments there. Serena was the host. Didn't do a terrible job, but we had the, you know, okay. So, here's some other highlights. Jennifer Gardner is also receiving the award for Sports Humanitarian Team of the Year on behalf of the Angels City Football Club. That's in LA. Serena presents the Billie Jean King Youth Leadership Award to Hannah Smith, Connor Campbell, and Alea Shea. These are all like high school or college athletes. Uh, yeah. Other highlights. Rob Lowe, I said Rob Lowe, presented the Muhammad Ali Sports Humanitarian Award efforts to members of the Maui surfing community who work in the aftermath of the fires last summer. So that was the thing right there. Just in case you were wondering, what was that all about? Uh, okay, Ryan Blaney, Keenan Allen, and Lindsey Vaughn presented the award for best record-breaking performance. That was to Caitlin Clark. Though she wasn't there to accept it, she did play in a video, and she beat out Christian McCaffrey, Tara Vander, and Max Verstappen. So how do you like that? Wow. Uh, okay, but I'll do one thing. Um, okay, we know that Mahomes won the award for best male athlete of the year. Did anybody have a second choice? Not a second choice. Who do you think? Who do you think you should have went to if you have one? Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else? Okay. Okay. Anyone else? Well, if you had a second choice for that, we know Mahomes won. If you had a second choice, who would you have taken? No, for the male athlete of the year. There you go. There's my choice. There you go. One at a time. No, we can't. That's right. Yes, it is. See, that's what I was trying to get because we know how he did in the playoff. Because we know how he did in the playoffs and everything, and throughout the regular season. So that's why I asked that question. I know a lot of people are thinking, why did you ask me was the second choice? Pretty obvious, folks. Yes. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I'd like to welcome James back to the show. James, how are you? James, welcome back. Nice to have you back. Yeah. So, I hate to sound like a little bit of cliche, but it's like, McDavid was like, well, always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Or to put it this way, kind of like the Susan Lucci one. Well, you can't get that Emmy. Why can't I get the Emmy? Why can't I get the Stanley Cup? No, no, no. I'm kidding. Oh boy. Yeah. I got to put a little comic spin on the show sometimes. Yeah. Okay. So back to the highlights or the lowlights, as the case may be, depending on how we feel about this. All right. Case in point, 10:40 p.m. For those who are watching, Serena Williams is now singing a love song about Maria Sharapova. That had to be the ridiculous moment of the night. Oh, brother. Kind of sound like Pink and Nate Ruess doing "Give Me Just One Reason." Oh, I mean that performance was terrible. Dana, you did see the word. What did you make of that performance by Serena? Like a shameless plug. Oh, okay, I, it was a horrible performance. I mean, just a complete parody, a complete joke. I'm like, what is she doing? I can't believe they're doing this on live TV. Not during the number, but it was. I think she was a little bit, but it was just a terrible shameless plug. I mean, ridiculous. Oof. Well, for the show and for her career, probably. Ugh, just horrible. Yeah. Did anybody see it by any chance? If you didn't, you're lucky. I did, and I live to regret. All right. Hmm. Oh, and here's the wait. Now here's the interesting awards. Um, Male Athlete of the Year. Now this is concerning high school players. Cooper Flagg, who is going to Duke next year for the basketball team, wins Male Player of the Year, and Sadie Engelhart wins Best Female Player of the Year. I'll explain that a little bit later. So hold your thoughts. Nick Saban presented with the ESPYS Icon Award. Well, I'll leave it at that. And the University of Texas women and Notre Dame University men win the Capital One Cup, awarded to schools based on how their teams fared in the national championship race throughout the year. Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. Yeah, yeah, that's that one. Yeah, and okay, yeah, right against Canada. Yeah, hmm, I think so. Yes. Good. Oh, here's the thing. Here's the thing about the Pat Tillman Award. Let me go over this right now. So, okay, Serena and three of the Invictus Games participants present the Pat Tillman Award for service to Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex, for his work with veterans as part of the competition for servicemen and women. Okay, now I get it. Now I get the reason why he got the award. It makes sense. It wasn't my first choice for that, but I understand it now. There's this competition in Europe called the I think it's first the Invictus Games. Um, yeah, and it presented as President Pat Tillman Award. Prince Harry was works with the yeah. uh, See, right. See, now it makes sense. Right, right. Now it makes sense why he got. It. Now I understand because like I was thinking, like, huh? He's not involved in sports. Like, oh yes, he is. Sort of. So now I get the reason how he got the award. Huh. Right. Welcome aboard, Alex. Alex. Yeah. Are you sure with it's not scripted? Uh, I prefer Prince the Pop Star, thank you. But okay. Onward. All right. Well, as you baseball fans probably know that we're reaching the halfway point of the season, and tomorrow is the last day before the break, and we have, of course, the events, the All Star Game itself, and the Home Run Derby on Monday night. Personally, I prefer the Home Run Derby. So I have a list of the participants that are going to be involved, and let's see if we all agree. Of course, some of you probably won't. So the Home Run Derby goes like this. At first base, where's Mike William? First base, Mets, Pete Alonso, who is trying to go for his third title in the Derby. Phillies third baseman, Alan. Wait, let me read out the list. Okay. Phillies third baseman Alec Bowman, and the Phillies are hot. You know, they got 60 wins already of the year, and they're going in with 8 All-Stars. Uh, Rangers outfielder Adolis Garcia, yeah, please. Orioles shortstop Gunnar Henderson. Dodgers outfielder Tenescar Hernandez. Braves DH Marcel Osuna. Guardians third base Guardians Jose Ramirez, and Royals shortstop Bobby Witt Jr. So we're going to break it down like this. Alonso and Garcia returned from last year's event. The New York first baseman is in the event for the fifth consecutive time. Alonso went back to back in 2019 and 2021. There was no Derby in 2020 due to you know what, um, but was successfully been knocked out by Julio Rodriguez in the last two events. Garcia was dropped by Randy Arozarena in the first round last year. Vlad Guerrero won the event, but decided not to defend his title because they think it may mess up his swing later on. Yeah, I've heard a lot of controversy about that. This year's festivities are taking place at Arlington's Globe Life Field under the collective bargaining agreement, or as I call it, the collective arguing disagreement. The Derby winner will receive, ready for this, $1 million. That's right. Or, wait, I got to do it right. In the words of Dr. Evil, $1 million. The runner up, Austin Powers. Austin Powers die. The runner up, not too shabby. He'll take home $500,000. How about that? While every other participant will receive $150,000. The player who hits the longest home run wins an extra $100,000. Hey, not bad. We're playing from some serious money here, guys. I like it. Yeah. I mean, you just got $500,000 just for being a loser. Uh, Runner up. Loser is such a harsh word. Yeah, the winner gets 1 million, and the runner up gets $500,000. Not bad. Yeah. So what are we making this lineup, guys? And hey, can Alonso make it for a third time, or do we see anybody else challenging it? Who is the biggest baseball fan in the crowd we got here? Yeah, but yeah, that's okay. Well, just remember one thing: you gotta be fine. You gotta go find Nemo. Oh no. Okay. Next. Right. Diane got the joke. Okay. Like, welcome Roger here. Roger, hello. Um, Now, you're a baseball fan of sorts. Who's your take for the home run derby champion this year? Of course, Mike would say the same thing. Yeah, not really. I mean, they're coming along, but I wouldn't say the hottest team. I mean, Philadelphia's creaming everybody, man. That's, yeah, I understand, but Philadelphia, yeah. Mhm. Okay, I'm gonna eat my hat after the show. Answer your question, Dana. He plays at first base. Yeah. And then second base is Bugs Bunny, third base is Bugs Bunny, home plate is Bugs. No, never mind. Yeah. Yes. Mm. Yeah, I think I saw that. Highlight reel. Henderson, right? Only Aaron Judge is more. Yes. Oh, sure. But you really believe that that the home run derby really messes up their swings and takes a toll on them? You agree with that? Oh, sure. Yeah. Mm, yeah. Right. Right. Derby's being played in Texas, home of the Texas Rangers. Monday. Monday. Yes. You always have it. You always have it Monday. You always have it one day before the actual All Star game, and that's gonna be on ESPN Monday night. Yes. Yes. Oh yeah. Right. I think that's a better idea. Yes. Mhm. Right. Yeah. Pretty much. Because they did change the format this year. I think it might do the run derby a better contest. We shall see. All right. So now we'll go to the All Star lineup itself. Uh, now there have been some changes. So I'll just read the lineup as first as it was when it was announced, and then we'll go over the replacements because it's a little bit outdated. So we're gonna do it that way. So if you'll all just bear with me, we'll all get through this together. And yeah, excuse me for a minute. One of those big requests. All right, so you guys all ready? All right, all right. Just let me get this back up here. Okay, so we'll go down to the home run derby, the All Star game. Now remember, this was before any injuries took place, so we'll read it as is from when it was announced, and then we'll go over the replacements. So the All Star game will be on July 16th. That's Tuesday, with the American League looking to bounce back from its one-run loss of the National League last year. Yep. So the lineup goes like this. Oh, and wait, the Orioles, Yankees, Brewers, Padres have two players apiece named the starters, while the Dodgers trail the Phillies with six All Stars, and the Padres and Guardians each have five. All right, so here's the lineup. It was announced. Listen carefully. On the American side, center field, Adley Rutschman for the Orioles. First base, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. of the Blue Jays. Second baseman, Marcus Semien of Texas. Okay, they've updated. Good. Third base, Jose Ramirez for the Guardians. Guardians. I can still call me. That makes two of us. I'm getting there. Hold on. Shortstop, Gunnar Henderson of the Orioles. For your outfielders, we got quite a few of them. Listen carefully. Although I think this is, of course, obvious. Outfielder number one, Aaron Judge of the Yankees. Why not? 31 home runs. Why not? Outfielder Juan Soto of the Yankees. Another good combination. Outfielder Steve Kwan of the Guardians. Designated hitter Jordan Alvarez of the Astros. And starting pitcher yet to be announced. Well, what are you waiting for? The game's on Tuesday. Over to the national side, William Contreras of the Brewers, Bryce Harper of the Phillies. What a shock. Ketel Marte of the Diamondbacks, Alec Bohm of the Phillies, Trey Turner of the Phillies, Christian Yelich of the Brewers, Jerkson Profar of the Padres, along with Fernando Tatis Jr., also Padres, Show Me the Money Otani, or Shoni Otani of the Dodgers, and Paul Skinnis of the Pirates, despite the fact they're doing pathetic this year. All right, guys. So, what do you make of this lamp here between the Americans and the Nationals? Do we see anybody here that's are we all in agreement, or do you think some should have been not involved here? I mean, I kind of like the American League lamp. Rutschman, uh, Guerrero. Of course, you got the Yankees. The combination of Judge and Soto. I mean, that's a given right there. Ramirez, maybe. Now, I'm not so sure about yes, with the Pirates. I mean, they're not that great. I mean, yeah, okay, you said kind of a good year, but yeah, I'm still a little shaky on that one. Uh, yeah, even though the Pirates are awful. Who's due? Yes. Yeah. You're right. Yeah, you got to factor that. Yes, to be much better. Yes, I have. Yes, and he should be. You know, but of course, Pittsburgh needs a lot of work. Yes. All right. So should be. Hmm, not bad rookie at all. You're right. Yeah. Well, let's see how it holds up on Tuesday. Yeah. All right, now, who do you think has a chance to win? Is it going to be the National League or the American League? All right, Diane. Yeah, just say American or National, guys. We don't because it's okay. Dana. Well said. Uh, Miriam. Hmm. James. American or National League? Roger. Alex. Yeah. Okay. Steve Davidson. Okay. Steve Kent. Yes. I'll go with American League too. Right. Yeah. Smart people. All right. You probably could. Probably could. Yeah. Huge. Right. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. All right. Okay. So now we'll move on to now we'll go on to the other baseball news here. Okay. Christopher Sanchez is going to play his first All Star game. He is replacing Chris Sale, the Braves, who is going to pitch tomorrow and will not pitch in the All Star game on Tuesday. Uh, bless you. The addition of Sanchez is the Phillies league to eight, leading 8 All-Stars. Oh boy. The Phillies had the best record in the league with 60 wins. No one else is even near that. Sanchez is the 38th rookie in the All-Star game and the ninth replacement. And the NL leads in that department 5-4 for those of you keeping score at home. Sanchez is the third member of the team, joining Zach Wheeler and Ranger Suarez. Sanchez is 7-4 with a 2.96 ERA. He gave up 2 runs on 6 hits. It's in Wednesday's win over the Dodgers, his last start before the break. Okay, I think that's very all-star noteworthy right there. I think we can all agree on that. If not, speak down for hold your peace. All right. Mariners reliever Andreas Munoz replaces teammate Logan Gilbert on the AL roster for the game. Gilbert is scheduled to start for the Mariners against the Angels in the final game before the break, but will not be activated for the All-Star game itself. A right-hander, Munoz entered Friday's game with 15 saves and 17 chances and 6 holds with a 1.45 ERA, striking out 45 batters, walking 16 and 37 innings. Not bad. Yeah. Moving on. And he was the 8th replacement. At the time, it was 40 each league, but now it's 72 players. Twins outfielder Will Castro and Orioles outfielder Anthony Santander and infielder Jordan Westberg were added to the AL roster. And okay, just let me get rid of this thing here. Thank you. I know how that got there. AL roster in place of active shortstop Jose Altuve with a sore left hand, Red Sox third baseman Rafael Devers with left shoulder. Oh boy, what is this? A baseball team or a mass unit? Moving along. Yeah. 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 Because this is the time of year now where you gotta start thinking that, because now we're entering the halfway point, and now we gotta start thinking, well, we gotta get ourselves in gear for the playoffs. We have either you're gonna make it or you're looking the outside looking in. So I understand why some players don't want to play because once the All Star break is over, you really gotta get yourself in gear for the last 12 weeks of the season. So yeah, I get that. So that's a smart move. Okay, right. I don't blame him. There's no point risking an injury, if there's a game and trying to make yourself ready for the postseason. So that's certainly understandable. Okay, yeah. All right. So moving on. More injuries for play. Okay. Oh, and Astros outfielder Kyle Tucker out with a bruised right shin. Oof. Pirates right-hander Paul Skinnis, red shortstop Eli De La Cruz, and right-hander Hunter Green, and Giants outfielder Heliot Ramos are the National League replacements. For Phillies right-hander Zach Wheeler with back spasms. Dodgers shortstop Mookie Betts with a broken left hand. Right-hander Tyler Glasnow with back tightness. Padres outfielder Fernando Tatis Jr. with a right thigh injury. Okay. Marcus Semien replaced Altuve in the starting lineup, as I just mentioned. Can you say train wreck, boys and girls? Sure you can. Okay. The Padres got some good news. They welcome back Xander Bogaerts to the lineup and went 2 for 4 last night despite losing to the Braves. Bogaerts was sidelined with a broken left shoulder. Well, I shouldn't say broken, but he was injured and landed awkwardly on a diving attempt on Ronald Acuna's RBI infield single back in May. And before the injury, Bogaerts was batting .219 and 4 home runs and 14 RBIs. To make room on the active roster, the Padres optioned catcher Brett Sullivan to AAA El Paso. The Padres also recalled right-hander Sean Reynolds, who came from El Paso, and placed left-hander Wandy Partella on the 15-day injured list, retroactive to Wednesday with a left adductor strain. So you lose one, you gain one. Okay. All right. Yeah. Probably got some more baseball news. But of course, we'll get to the others as well. Oh, yeah. And Cody Bellinger is on the 10-inch list with a broken finger. He was sitting on a pitch thrown by Colonial Perez in the 7th inning in Wednesday's victory over the Orioles. He initially stayed in the game, but shortly after that, he left. Smart move. There is no telling how long he'll be sidelined for. He will be shut down through the All-Star break, and when we come back, we will start his range of motion. Rehab his finger, said Manager Craig Counsell. We'll see where that takes us. Is believed is batting .269 with 9 home runs and 37 RBIs. It's a tough blow for the Cubs who came in at Thursday's finale, winning 5 of the last 6 games. We're losing a guy that was the third in our lineup. That hurts us, says Counsell. You don't replace that necessarily. We have to circle the wagon where he is out and do our best to continue in what has been a decent offensive stretch. The Cubs recalled outfielder Alexander Canero from AAA Iowa. Canero has been in 13 games for the Cubs this season. Oh, before I forget, as I mentioned off air, next week's show will be on Friday at 4, same time and same number. I'm unable to do the show next Saturday due to a previous engagement. So if you can all make it next Friday, the 19th, 4 to 6. Nothing else has changed. And remember, it is not, I repeat, not a permanent switch. So let's get through it right now before any rumors start. Right. White Sox. Okay. Well, the White Sox season is going right for the sewer, but something did happen that was kind of extraordinary. Pitcher Michael Kopech became the first White Sox pitcher since the dinosaur era ended to throw an immaculate inning in a 3-1 win over the Twins on Thursday. For those of you who don't know what an immaculate inning is, Diane, you might want to take a note here on this. It's when a pitcher strikes out all 3 batters on just 9 pitches. That's right. Kopech struck out Brooklyn, Matt Waller, and Max Kepler. 1, 2, 3. Or as Brian Chip used to say, 1, 2, 3. This was the 116th immaculate inning in MLB history. More rare than hitting for the cycle or a perfect game. The only other White Sox pitcher to throw that kind of an inning was a pitcher named Sloppy Thurston back in August of 1923. The most recent pitcher to throw a immaculate inning was Johan Oliveto, May 24th of last season. So here's how it went down. First pitch, a 97.3 miles per hour fastball. Second, a 90.1 mile cutter was a foul. And number 3, 101 miles per hour fastball called strikeout. You're out. Okay, number 4, a 98.4 fastball called strike. Number 5, a 91.5 miles per hour cutter fastball, swing strike. And another swing strike on 105 mile fastball. That was number 5 and 6. Okay. Number 7, a 91.1 miles per hour swinging strike. Number 8, a 90.0 miles per hour cutter called strike. And to top it off, a 101 miles per hour fastball swinging strike. There you go. That's your immaculate inning. Pretty rare, guys. I thought there was a lot more, but that's got to be pretty something to have an inning like that. You don't see many innings like that in all baseball. That's pretty remarkable in itself. Yeah, that's got you won't see that. You won't see that every day. Believe me, you will not see that. It might take another maybe 2 years before you see that happen again. But nonetheless, that's a very extraordinary accomplishment. Yes. All right, now on to the bad news of the week, in which I don't know anything this, but it's got to be told. Rays shortstop Wander Franco has been formally charged with sexual abuse and sexual exploitation of a minor in the Dominican Republic, according to ESPN. Oh boy, here we go. Franco has been away from the Rays for nearly a year amid multiple investigations. ESPN reported Monday morning that authorities in the Dominican Republic are also accusing him of human trafficking. It gets even worse here. He's been on leave since August when allegations surfaced on social media that he was in a sexual relationship with an underage girl. First of all, shame on you. He has not played in the major since August 12th of last season. The league extended his leave to July 14th, which is tomorrow. Franco could face up to 20 years in prison for the trafficking charge. MLB is still investigating Franco, which could lead to a suspension regardless of the outcome. An initial complaint was reportedly filed in the Dominican Republic. Authorities last July. At least 2 girls have come forward with similar allegations. The age of the consent in the Dominican Republic is 18. Franco was summoned by authorities in December and was to meet with Specialized Prosecutor's Office for Children and Adolescents, but failed to show up for the meeting. This led to a search in his hometown residence of Bani, what they could be. He was arrested for failure to appear to a sexual investigation. He was released on parole and had to make monthly control visits to a judge. Prosecutors were facing a July 5th deadline to press charges against Franco, but was granted a 10-day extension last week. Why? I have no idea. Shouldn't have gotten one anyway. Franco was in the middle of his 3rd season when he was placed on leave. He made the All-Star team last season. Franco signed an 11-year deal worth $182 million. In 2021, though he has been officially removed from the opening day roster. What an idiot. You had all this, and then you have to go out and do something stupid, doing with a money. Right down. Yeah, really stupid. Kids look up to you, and that is what you do. I mean, really. I mean, it's very disturbing, and you do it to a young girl, underage. I mean, really, there is no excuse for that. Just completely stupid. Yeah. I mean, and the kids look up to these players, and this is how you do it. I mean, really, there's no excuse for that. Yeah. All right. The Mets made a move as they acquired right-handed pitcher Phil Maton from the Rays in exchange for cash considerations. I thought Mets fans would like that. The Mets will take the remainder of Martin's contract. That includes a club option for next season, and the Mets expect him to be ready to come out of the bullpen, assuming he has already, because I did this on Wednesday, so it might have already come out. We had a variety of discussions over the past few weeks on the bullpen. We've been talking to the Rays, and as well, we were able to get something done today, said President of Operations David Stearns. Maton is someone that we have targeted and talked about during the offseason. He has been a consistent reliever pitching in a high-level environment and in huge games with the Astros. He got off to a rough start this season, though, with the Rays, with a 4.58 ERA and 40 appearances with the Rays. He made a handful of tweaks recently and has turned things around for him. And has only given up one run, striking out 11 batters, and only giving up one walk in 11 appearances. Not bad. Thoughts on that? No thoughts on Maton or Maton? Spoken like a true Mets fan, of course. All right. Well, okay. Now we gotta go to another sad story here, and this one is for all us old time football fans. How many of you remember a quarterback named Bernie Kosar? Yeah. Well, the former Pro Bowler. I'll explain that. A former Pro Bowler has been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease and is suffering from liver failure, enough to require a liver transplant. A member of his medical team said there is a 90% chance he will need a new liver. Ugh. Kosar reportedly has been dealing with health issues connected with his liver for years, but ignored the pain until he was diagnosed with another condition 16 months ago. He recalled to Cleveland Magazine while watching a Browns game against the Jets on December 28th that his symptoms were increasingly worse and needed to be hospitalized. Kosar remains a legend with the Cleveland Browns after having played them for 9 seasons. He led them to the playoffs in 5 of those seasons, a franchise record in the Super Bowl era, and remains close to top of the leaderboard in nearly every meaningful stat. But his best success did not come with the Browns, as he has one Super Bowl ring with the team I will not mention for personal reasons, um, and one National College Championship with Miami in 1983. It's kind of a shame that a great player that is suffering through that. And thoughts and prayers go out to Kosar. He was a great player. I'll give you that. And a great college player too. And it's just sad to see him, you know, going through that right now. I mean, he's not that old. And I certainly wish him the best. So good luck, Bernie. Okay. Now on to other news of the day, or of the week, I should say. Oh, um, championship Sunday is tomorrow. So we got, of course, first the Euro Cup final, England versus Spain. That's been a doozy. It's been a doozy between those two teams, well, and that's gonna be I think it's gonna be a very tough matchup. So for all you soccer crazed fans like me out there, uh, who do you think is gonna take it? Will it be Spain or France? Steve, we'll start that with you. All right. Uh, Diane, Miriam is having problems. Okay. Dana. All right. That's in the other tournament. We'll get to that a little bit later. James. All right. Roger. I'm gonna go in Spain. That's the Euro Cup final, Dan. Now we'll go to the Copa America. All right. Yeah. Argentina, Colombia. That's the second game. Steve, what do you got? Diane. Miriam. Okay. Dana. James. Roger. Well, all I can say is don't cry for me, Argentina, when it's over. Okay. Oh boy. Hello, man. Come on, guys. You know it's gonna do that. Come on. You knew I was going with that somewhere. I couldn't resist anyway. All right. So now we're gonna look at the pre-Olympic tournament. First up, Kevin Durant missed practice again today for Team USA as he continues to nurse a calf injury and won't likely play in another exhibition game against Australia on Monday as he was hit with a kangaroo. No. Head coach Steve Kerr has been playing down the injury, pushed back his timeline before the team leading the team to another practice. I know it's still a few weeks away, but we have to make a decision on the roster. So we have to take this day by day. Well, hurry up. I mean, it's July 13th already. For weeks, Team USA has had a contingency plan in place if Kawhi Leonard was not able to play in the Olympics. He was recovering from a knee injury, lining up Derek White as the replacement in early June. The U.S. made a move on Wednesday, releasing Leonard and putting White on the roster just before heading to Vegas. And what happens in Vegas will stay in Vegas. If the team has a backup plan for Durant, he's keeping it quiet. I don't know why. It's not something we discussed at this point, but we feel like Kevin is going to be okay, said Kerr. Durant said earlier this week he was hopeful to recover enough from his calf injury that he suffered 2 weeks ago to play in the warm-ups in the Middle East, which included a game against Serbia on Wednesday, which will also be their first Olympic opponent. All right, guys. I mean, this might be a little bit of a concern here. I mean, with Durant out, what do you think of it now with him out and with White replacing him? Can they still, manage to do a job in the Olympics, especially just in early round play alone, or does this weaken them a bit? Steve, let me start that with you. Can they manage fine with White and not KD? Yeah. All right, Dana. Kevin Durant is being replaced by White. Coiler's out too, but he's already out. But Durant, yeah. But do you think they can still manage without him? No. Dana. The question is, can they manage, without Durant? Okay, that's a fair answer. All right. Uh, Let me go to Miriam. Can they do it without Durant? All right. James. All right. Roger. Yeah. They're good players, so I think we can use all we can get because we got some tough competition this year. Canada is pretty tough, Germany, and don't sleep on France. Yes, and White is the alternate. Yeah, White's the alternate. But I don't know how you can stack up against Kevin Durant. I mean, so this kind of worries me a little bit. Yeah, gotta stay healthy, guys. I mean, it is a lot though. Regular season, the playoffs, and then having to come to this. So it does take a toll on the body, of course. All right, before any more Olympic news, all right, has anyone been catching the summer league basketball these past few weeks? Aha, good. All right, so plenty of fans were curious to see how Bronny James would be doing in his Vegas summer league debut, but someone else stole the show instead. Bronny has scored 8 points and 4 rebounds and 2 steals. That's despite losing the Lakers to having his best game so far in the summer league. They lost to the Rockets last night. The rookie guard played 20 minutes, scoring 2 points in the second half, and was 3 for 12 from the floor and over 6 from 3-point range. And you honestly think this guy's going to make a splash in the NBA? I don't think so. However, he did get off to a quick start aggressively, taking the ball to the basket. He scored the second basket of the game, 2 baskets early, and got the Lakers' second basket of the game. His 8 points is the highest total in Bryant's 3 summer league games. He scored 4 points against the Kings and 3 against the Heat in the California Classic games. He missed the second game with the Lakers due to knee swelling. In 3 summer league games, Bronny has averaged 5 points and shooting 23% from the field. You honestly think you're going to do well in the NBA with numbers like that? I mean, you can't do this well in the summer league. Forget it. I mean, I know he's LeBron's son, but he is in no way comparison like his father right now at all. I mean, selecting him 55th in the draft should have been ranked lower, or I don't know. I think maybe he should, and there's talk about maybe him going to the G League, which I'm right now. Um, with a slow start, yeah, no, no, he doesn't. Yeah, no, no, Serbia, not yeah, Serbia. Hey, Greg, yeah. Yeah, I get the well, just for the record, guys, I get the confused too between Siberia and Serbia. I mean, it's kind of similar, but it's different. But I get it. I make that same mistake all the time. Yeah, yes, exactly. So with a slow start, it's inevitable that James will be asked if he would be open to a G League assignment and get competitive minutes rather than sit on the Lakers bench. Well, that makes sense. The question came on Friday with Bronny not ruling out the idea. I think it'd be a smart move for him to go to the G League. Wouldn't you think so, guys? Go ahead, Greg. Go ahead. Yeah. Yes. Right. Right. Okay. Yes. Right. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. No. Yeah. Mhm. He is. Well, that's something new, you know. Well, well, Alex, I mean, him acting out of control, that's something new. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Okay. So moving along. Yeah. 5-minute rule, guys. 5-minute rule. Okay. Yeah, I got to enforce that in. So anyway, No. Yeah, boy. He signed a 4-year he signed a 4-year guaranteed deal worth 7.9 million before the season. Why? Don't be stupid. Okay. Now, as for the rookie who sold the show, Reed Shepard was the rookie who impressed the most of the crowd. The number 3 pick in last month's draft. He led the Rockets with 23 points, adding 5 assists, 4 rebounds, and 3 blocks, and a partridge in the pantry. He was 4 for 6 from 3-point range and 9 for 17 from the field. Now that's a guy that belongs, going into the NBA. Not not Brian James. I think Shepard is going to be more of an impact player than Brian. Believe me, exactly. Last year's summer MVP Cam Whitmore added 20 points with 10 rebounds and 4 assists and 4 steals for the Rockets. The most impressive player on the Lakers was Dalton Connect, drafted 17th overall from Tennessee. He had a game high 25 points with 6 rebounds and 4 assists and shot 5 for 11 from long range despite the loss. Those are the kind of players that you're going to need on your roster for the NBA. Not because Brian is LeBron James' son. I'm sorry, but you know. Then again, Victor Wembanyama wasn't so great either, and he was still on the Rockets Nuggets last year. Okay, yeah, but he's a miserable start. None of mine just the bats are miserable. No, just yeah. Well, one player we know will not be playing this year is Nuggets first round pick Daron Holmes. He suffered torn Achilles, and is likely to miss all the season. He suffered the injury last night in the opening summer league game as they lost to the the Clippers, and left the arena on crutches. Oof, not a great way to start your career, guys. Wow. Holmes was drafted 22nd overall out of Dayton, finished with 11 points and 7 rebounds in 26 minutes. The injury is a blow to the Nuggets' depth. Holmes was expected to be a primary backup player this season. The Athletic first for the injury. Not a great way to start your rookie career in the NBA, isn't it, guys? I mean, look at that. I mean, promising player. He did well in the game, and then he goes down with the injury. What a tough break. Yeah, correct. Yeah, understandable. Right. That's the problem. You have to educate yourself. Yeah, actually, it's third cousin, but yeah, Yes. Right. Hold it there. You're right. Yes. See, that's the thing. You're not your father. You're not your father. You're not your brother. That just yeah. Yeah, no, that's right. Exactly. Exactly. See, everybody is riding on Bronny because his dad is such a great player, the all-time leading scorer in NBA history, and they expect Bronny to be follow suit and be the same way. But as it looks right now, he is nowhere near where his father is and where his father was when he first started out. I mean, yeah, he could be good in time, but at the same time, he was another Victor Wembanyama, who wasn't that great. All right, we'll see, we'll see, or it could be like Kiki Vanderway. Oh, yuck! There we go. Yeah, not great. Okay, Manute Bol. No, not at all. Not at all. All right. So as I mentioned, I was mentioning about Cooper Flag just a minute ago. So here's more of this. He gave a dazzling performance in a scrimmage in Vegas. Then lastly, on Thursday, he walked the red carpet at the ESPYS and took home the Gatorade Male Athlete of the Year award, one of the most prestigious honors given to a high school athlete. Past winners include LeBron James, Jason Tatum, UConn star Paige Buchers, Pat, and Sydney McLaughlin Leverone. The 12 national finalists lined the stage at the Dolby Theater in LA as Flag accepted the award alongside Sadie Engelhard, who won Best Female Athlete honors. Flag was also the National Player of the Year, won also the National Player of the Year award in boys basketball in March, and joins a selected group that includes maybe you've heard some of these names: uh, Kobe Bryant, Dwight Howard, LeBron, Tatum, and Kevin Love, just to name a few. I never heard of any of them. Flag was the just kidding, folks. Flag was the number one rated player coming out of high school and chose Duke over UConn and Kansas. This past season, Flag led Montevideo Academy in Florida to a 33 and 0 and the high school national title. Mhm. He also competed in the McDonald's All American game and the Nike Hoop Summit as the early favorite to be selected first in next year's draft. This kid, I think, has the makings of becoming a big star. This kid's on paper. I mean, he looks to be a success and be a high draft pick. Next season. So I think really he's got the makings of becoming what they call a once in a generation talent. When the draft comes next year. So this kid might be worth a look at. With numbers like that, like that, I think, yeah, yes. So I'll keep my eye on this. Oh yeah, yeah. Go ahead. Yes. Yeah, I know. Right. Diane, you tell your trivia. Yes. Right. Diane, do you have time for your trivia? Go, go. Good. Bobby. Bobby Orr. Yes. Zamboni. I think it's Arthur Stanley. No. Arthur, yes. Yeah. Those were easy. Ah, yes. All right. All right. So now move on to the other items of the day. The men's Wimbledon final is set for tomorrow. The Joker will face Carlos Alcaraz tomorrow. Alcaraz is one step closer to his second straight Wimbledon final and his fourth Grand Slam overall as he defeated Daniel Medvedev in 4 sets. That was not easy to do. Alcaraz says, "I don't feel like I feel like I'm not new anymore." Well, you're not, but in this case, it came to me. I know how to feel before the final. I've been in this position before. Yeah, that's true. His opponent will be a rematch against Novak Djokovic, aka the Joker, who defeated Lorenzo Musetti in his second set. The Joker won 15 of 16 points. He went he went into the net in the first set and finished 43 for 56. This will be the first time that the same two men will be in consecutive finals since the Joker beat Roger Federer a decade ago. This looks like a fairly interesting match, and that's tomorrow morning. All right, for you tennis fans, what do we got? Do we got Alcaraz or the Joker? Steve, Diane. All right, Matthew. We're discussing men's tennis, the finals tomorrow. Who do you like, Alcaraz or the Joker? Okay, flip the coin if you need to. James. I guess a lot of Jokers are wild here. Okay. Oh boy. Uh, Dana. All right. Miriam. Roger. Did I get you, Diane? Did I miss anybody else? Well, like I said, this Joker's wild. So I guess it's unanimous. So in this case, it's Joker, Joker, Joker. I've always wanted to do that. I'm sorry. Yeah. All right. All right. Over on the women's side now. Yes, we got. All right. At the women's bound, and forgive me if I botched this name up. Baroba Karchnova defeated Jasmine Polini in 3 sets to win her second Grand Slam title and her first in the Wimbledon final. Former greats Billie Jean King, Martina Navratilova, and Maria Sharapova, who I think is now in direct contact with Venus Williams, Serena Williams. Oh no, watched from the Royal Box. That's kind of like what we call the press box in this country. This was the 8th consecutive year that a different player has won the women's title. That was interesting, folks. Usually you get, like a repeat champion in the men's division or whatnot, but this is the 8th year that the women have not had a repeat champion. Kind of interesting. Kirchner said she was speechless moments after the trophy presentation, uttered to say that this was the best day of her career and the best day of her life. Well, yeah, after winning a major championship, I think I would agree with that pretty well. Her only other Grand Slam title came in 2001 at the French Open. However, if you're going by doubles matches and other like that, it's a different story here. She's won 11 doubles and mixed doubles tournaments, but has not gotten past the quarterfinal matches since her French Open title until in 2021. That is until today. So congratulations on that. And the doubles final will be tomorrow as well. All right. Phoenix Mercury center Brittney Griner was ruled out of Friday's loss to the Indiana Fever with a right hip injury in the second quarter. However, Mercury coach Nate Tibbetts said, "I was told it was a groin strain." It's after the game. The medical staff made a decision to rule her out. Well, which is it? Is it a groin strain or is it a hip injury? Confirm the diagnosis, people. And you call yourselves professional trainers. Okay, sure. Griner, who also was a member of the 5-on-5 Olympic team, was injured midway through the second quarter after a collision with her own teammate, Kelly Cooper. Ugh. She was down the court for a few seconds before she limped up the court. A collision with your own teammate. Oof, that's nasty. Griner had 4 points and 1 assist in 11 minutes. She sat on the bench for the second half of the game. The Mercury are short-handed as they were without Diana Taurasi, lower left leg injury, Necessity Cloud, left knee, Sug Sutton with the right hamstring, Chesmea Osborne was ruled out before the game. B. Allen of the Mercury was on a minute restriction due to injury, but she did play a good 25 minutes. Not bad. Guard Celeste Taylor, whom the Mercury signed to a 7-day contract yesterday, played 24 minutes against the Fever. The team she was drafted by the Fever first, but then was waived earlier this season, and that's how she ended up with Phoenix. But how do you handle with only 5 players? Ugh. When they only had 7 players to start the game, and then Griner with injury and Allen being limited down to 5 players. I don't see how you're going to win a basketball game with that short of only 5 players, and it's no wonder that you lost to, Indiana. So you had to figure that because you're not going to win a game with that many short-handed players. So basically, that match was over early. Oof. What can I say? Speaking of also women's basketball, we were just mentioning. Okay, I'll ask this again because I don't know if I get everybody on it. If you were to, well, I'll ask a few people like Alex and stuff. Who do you think would be better for MVP? Reese or Clark? Okay. Well, Angel Reese is on a roll for sure. She secured her 14th straight double-double in the closing seconds to extend her record as the Sky beat the Atlanta Dream 78-69 on Wednesday night. Chenley Carter scored 19 points and forced a jump ball with 63 seconds left in the game in the fourth round, with Chicago leading 70-69. Atlanta head coach Tanisha Wright was called for a technical foul following the play, but Dana Evans missed her first free throw of the season. That says something right there. Moving on. Yes. Yeah. Yes, she is. And I'll explain more. Right. She has to watch the turnovers. She has to watch her turnovers, though. That's the problem with her. So Chicago took possession, and Carter sank a jumper from the free throw line for a 72-69 lead after Atlanta missed. Carter found Reese wide open under the basket for a 5-point lead with 25.8 seconds to go. Can we just call it 26 seconds for argument's sake? Evans stole an inbounds pass and was fouled with 20.6 seconds to go before making two free throws for Chicago. Marina Mabrey blocked an Atlanta shot and quickly passed it to Reese and was fouled with 6.4 seconds left. Reese got a friendly roll on the first attempt to complete the double-double. Reese, who surpassed Candace Parker for the longest double-double streak last Saturday, 13 points, 11 rebounds for Chicago, was 9-12 at that time. Camila Carcerto also had a double-double with 11 rebounds and 10 points. It was the third time this season that Reese and Carcerto scored each a double-double in the same game. Alicia Gray scored 20 points for Atlanta, who was 7-14. Haley Jones and Nazi Hamilton both scored 12 points. The Dream were without Ryan Howard, Jordan Canada, and Ariel Powers. Ugh. Yeah. So, I think it's going to be a tight race between, Reese and Clark. This is going to be a battle all season, which I kind of expected. So it's not too surprising for me. Not at all. He does. Yes. Yeah. Not that far. Not that far ahead at all. It's very similar. It's very close. Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it at all. All right. On to another ridiculous sign of the week. Oh boy, here we go. All right. The Nathan's Famous International Hot Dog Eating Contest seems to be attracting Olympic levels of drama. First, Joey Chestnut, the man widely considered the greatest professional gluttoner of all time, was disqualified for participating in the event after he long dominated after taking on an endorsement deal with a rival company, vegetarian meat company, and now a competitor in his fourth July contest is apologizing for raising any questions over the results of the event after accusations that he inflated his score. Oh boy. It gets worse here, folks. Nick Weary, who finished fourth, has maintained he did not cheat. But on Thursday, he asked the event's administrator to reduce his score after video was revealed showing him he was touching another competitor's plate after the competition was over. Oh my God, this is ridiculous. Because I because I did touch their eater's plate, and because this gives the appearance or possibility of improperly, I asked Major League Eating to adjust my score down. He said a statement provided to the Washington Post. How ridiculous can you be? You have to do that. To do something ridiculous as that. I touched another guy's plate. Oh, the shame. Oh, the humanity. Oh, how awful. Oh. I think I don't have that, but I'll see if I can get it. MLE, which oversees the event, said it had conducted its own investigation and said it would comply with Worthy's request, which also means he'll get, I think, 30 days in jail. Oh, boy. The recount gave him a new score of, where he finished the contest last week. Judges found he had eaten 46.75 hot dogs and buns in 10 minutes. That's the time allowed, moments after the count. Though he asked to have officials check his results again and determined that there was another plate in his finished stack. Oh, boy. The contest relies on the number of plates consumed, each of which contains 5 hot dogs. The recount gave him a new score of 51.75, which did not change any of the standings. But it did place Weary in the elite group with the mountain of competitive eating. Those brave souls who consume more than 50 hot dogs in a competition. Yeah, brave soul. Yeah, sure. Yeah, go ahead. I did not give the winner. So I'll have to get back on that. I mean, but how ridiculous do you have to be to do something with that? And get this, he's a former bodybuilder, huh. And his wife is the women's champion. Oh, of course, no surprise there. So, so I knew I was going to have a ridiculous story of the week, and it doesn't get any more ridiculous than that, right? Right. Yes. All right, now to the more serious stuff. Thank goodness. Uh, Several panels were missing from the retractable roof at Energy Stadium in Houston, where the Texans play in the after of Hurricane Beryl, and our hearts and sympathy go out to the people of the area, which left millions in the state of Texas and Louisiana without power, and the cause of multiple deaths throughout Texas and Louisiana. Just a shame. Video posted by the Associated Press showed at least 3 panels missing from the roof. Oh. Like many of our neighbors in the Gulf Coast region, NRG Park sustained damage from the hurricane, including the roof of NRG Stadium. NRG Park CEO and Executive Director Ryan Walsh said in a statement today that HCSCC officials are collaborating with state, county, and city officials to assist with the recovery efforts throughout the region. The collective undertaking requires all of us to work together with a strong commitment to our community while we assist with those efforts. We are also assessing the damage to the Energy Park facilities. We look forward to seeing our fans back at the park once the normal operations resume. Just a terrible, incident happening here. I mean, it's only July and the hurricanes are already, fiercing up like they never have so early in the year. And it's just a shame what's happened there. Mother Nature, right in the face of its past, and a lot of damage to be done. And I pray for all the people out in Texas out there, stay strong. We've had before. We went through hurricanes, earthquakes, and whatnot, and we managed to come through. Stay strong, guys, and rebuild. Our hearts are with you. Just yes, just devastating though. Yeah. Well, speaking of more military honors, I got one for you. This I think is kind of inspiring. Willie Mays was given full military honors for his time serving in the U.S. Army during a special flag presentation of an American flag given to his son Michael, and the sound of taps was sounded at a public memorial service for the Hall of Famer. Some of the games great, such as Barry Bonds, the current home run king, sat on the field for remembrances and video tributes going back to his days at the Polo Grounds in Brooklyn. The Say Hey Kid hit 660 home runs during his career, despite missing 2 years of service for the Korean War. And last month, he passed away at the age of 93. The Army honored Mays in front of his family members, friends, and former teammates, with a large number 24 cutout representing on the infield dirt between second and third baseline. And the Giants' Waterfront Park Bonds sat in the front row down the third base line. Oh, very nice. Others in attendance were former President Bill Clinton, Commissioner, Executive, and former Yankee man, the Commissioner, of course, Executive and former Yankee manager Joe Torre, Hall of Famers Reggie Jackson, Ricky Henderson, Dennis Eckersley, despite giving up the home run to Kirk Gibson, as well as former managers Felipe Alou and Dusty Baker all attended. And I think it's well deserved that he did get, a public memorial, not only for his baseball work, but for, serving the military, during the Korean War. And, just an all around great guy at baseball, to be honestly as well. He was a class gentleman in the league and, really was one of the greats of the game. And, I wish I could have a chance to see him live though. I was born during the later part of his career, so I didn't get a chance to watch live. But I'm sure if I did, he would have been great to watch because he, of course, was one of the class acts of baseball, and he will be missed. Yeah, an all-around great guy. Say hey, Willie. And like the song says, well, we're talking baseball. Well, mostly for the Giants, but the last few years with the Mets. I'll explain about talking baseball next week. For those of you old Zion, you might remember that it was a song that came out like 1982, and it did mention the name of Willie Mays as well as a few others. Yeah. No, 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 no. A different song. That was a different song, Die. It wasn't a big hit, but it got some noise because it reminded of great baseball players from the past and up at that time, the present time, because it came out in 1982. Am I that called Talking Baseball, Terry Cashman. Sure. Wow. Wow. Richardson. Yeah. Now I got a few minutes, guys. I got to move it up. But thank you. Uh, yeah. Yeah. All right. But thanks for the info. But I got to move along because I only got a few minutes left. Oh boy. That's Miriam. All right. So this week in sports history, I'll do the more recent ones here if I can find them. Wow. 1900 beat the Pirates 23-8. Someone's got a cold. Okay. 1934, Babe Ruth hits number 700 against Detroit. That's 700 home run. At that time, was the only player to hit 700 home runs. Uh, right. 1950, doctors operate and remove 7 bone fragments from MLB player Ted Williams' elbow. 7. Ugh. 1960, the NL beat the NL beat the AL 6-0 at Yankee Stadium in New York. Oh boy, thanks a lot. But at least the AL's gotten better. Gary Player won a second of 3 open titles, 2 strokes of Bob Charles and Jack Nicklaus at the British Open back in 1968. At Tiger Stadium back in 1971, the AL beat the NL 6-4. Thank goodness. And that was the last one they won for 12 years. Yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah. All right. 1993, All-Star MVP Kirby Puckett, Minnesota Twins, and he won the game for the won the World Series for the Twins 1991. Tanya Hardy's ex-husband Jeff Goldie is sentenced to 2 years in prison for the attack on Nancy Kerrigan, and they all said, "Why me? Why?" I don't know. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, okay, guys, that's gonna do it because I gotta make way for Rasal. He has a fine show coming up in about 4 minutes, so I'm gonna leave it at that. Remember, next week's show is on Friday, 4 to 6, same number, same time, just a different day. So I hope you can join us. I hope you can join me because I'll need all the luck I can get. So, and it wouldn't be a show without you guys. So try to make it if you possibly can. I really appreciate it. So on that note, I will bid you adieu, and I will talk again Friday at 4 o'clock. Good night, everybody.